Bridge, and I gotta tell you, I just got done looking into the abyss, and I'm more butthurt than ever.
Here are some brands that were found in the Epstein Files. Life Touch, the brand that takes 90% of our school pictures and also facilitates JCPenney photos. Yeah, they basically been giving our pictures up so it could be a catalog for these predators to look through so they could see what kids they want. Two, Chuck E. Cheese, the CEO, and now they're gonna have a new one starting on February 13th because he decided to step down after getting caught. Wayfair was mentioned just short of 400 times in the files. So yes, y'all were completely right, and it was not a conspiracy theory when everyone was saying that Walmart and Wayfair are listing shoes and furniture at $100,000 price tags with the names of real children that were missing. It was not a conspiracy. They were really doing that. Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works, White Barn, and Pink. They're all owned by Les Wexner, and he is in the Epstein Files. It's everyone.
But also, that's a lot of sulfuric acid. You know, if I needed 5 gallons for my desalination equipment, but
Right.
239 gallons or whatever it is to burn kids, yeah, to get rid of bodies.
Well, it's kind of hard to think of any other use for acid.
How can you tell me that this dude right here, this motherfucker, reading through this files, I've learned that basically it's like the movie of 120 Days of Sodom. It's like the movie of Hostel, Child Edition. It is like the movie Eyes Wide Shut. And is with cannibals. They eat the shit out of them. And then they dump the bodies into like fucking the ocean and shit. And the thing is, when I look into this, I'm like, man, so a lot of conspiracies are like, coming true, which is okay, that's fine. We are dealing with a how do I say it? An interbred social of elite troglodytes that drink blood like vampires and worship old dark deities that when they do the Moloch ritual and sacrifice their child or somebody else's child, they get, I believe, something that they want. And to me, I'm like, oh boy, it's very problematic because they're like, it's everywhere, and they told us this like throughout our TV shows.
No! Yeah! Jesus! Fuck! You watch all that?
Yeah. I had to see if any of the men took off their masks. None did.
Oh, fuck.
Throughout our movies, throughout a lot of things.
They've been threatening my girls. Now I want you to teach them some respect. Anyway, I told them, you bring her over to me. I don't care if she's 14. I like her boobs.
And it's hell, man. Even our tabletop games, they probably told us. At the end of the day, what are we going to do about these people? Because I'm seeing that a lot of people are not doing anything. And some other people are like, well, we got to revolt. We're going to have a revolution. And there is like MAGA people that's like, hey, man, I don't care what this guy does. It's MAGA forever. And I'm like, yo, that's some cult ass shit right there. But you're gonna have to have, they got their bitch ass people. So it's either gonna be a revolution or a civil war. The thing is that if you want a revolution or a civil war, that shit's not gonna play out how you like it. Okay? Because it's not like, the olden days where, everyone gets into a field, you fight, I fight. No, it's not gonna be like that. It's kind of gonna be like, oh look, there is those filthy left power grids. Let's fuck with that. Or oh, look, there is their water supply. Let's poison that shit. Oh look, there's their houses. Let's burn down their houses.
Poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses. He did? No, but are we just gonna wait around until he does?
Oh look, there's their children or their sons or daughters, which are whatever age because they don't fucking care. It's like if you think the SA is bad now, going through Civil War is gonna be X10 of what happened in the Epstein. There's gonna be they're gonna torture some niggas, they're gonna kill some niggas. I can picture that there'll be some Republicans or satanic cult niggas that's just gonna, essay a bunch of women.
In a lot of these groups, there's usually a member of Order of Nine Angles, or there's some other groups out there now, and those are heavily satanic white supremacy groups. And when you look at Order of Nine Angles and others of that nature, they are big, at least they're proponents of, and if you get into their chat rooms, you're going to see some horrific stuff because they're big on sexual abuse, rape, and pedophilia.
Oh,
yeah.
Like big on it, like how or why? Like
advocating for it.
How do you? But what's the justification there?
I didn't. Fortunately and unfortunately, I didn't get to infiltrate one of those groups. But yeah, I mean, this is coming out more now. It's just satanic stuff, man. So if I'm painting it into the siege culture, which is that accelerationist view, probably when the boogaloo happens, they're saying they're just gonna rape kids and women all they want. Because people in the base said that. They were like, hey, because I told them, I'm like, hey, I asked, hey, I see we're always talking about this. We're gonna get our own ethno-state. We're neo-Nazis. Yeah, bam, 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 bam. I haven't heard you guys talking about getting our own compound or getting our own ethno-state. I haven't heard any of you guys talk about procreation for the white race. You know what I mean? And I've got a woman, but she's not being shared. So, and that's when the two of them were like, oh, we're just going to rape the women. And I went, man, and I smirked. And I looked at the one guy who had a girlfriend and I go, you guys don't have a lot of experience with women, do you? And they're like, well, what makes you say that? And I go, what the fuck? What the fuck?
And we can't really have that. No. And it'll come to this. And this is just for the MAGA people. They don't want to pay you.
People ever in my life. But full disclosure, the poor whites are my least favorites. We've gotten a lot of trouble out of them. And I've never seen so many of them up close. I looked them right in their coal-smeared faces. And to my surprise, you know what I didn't see? I didn't see one deplorable face in that group. I saw some angry faces and some determined faces, but they felt like decent folk. No, they did. In fact, I'm not even lying, and I didn't sound fucked up, but I felt sorry for them. I know the game now. I know that rich white people call poor white people trash. And the only reason I know that is because I made so much money last year, the rich whites told me they say it at a cocktail party. And I'm not with that shit. And I stood with them in line like all of us Americans are required to do in a democracy. Nobody skips the line to vote. And I listened to them. I listened to them say naive, poor white people things. Man, Donald Trump's gonna go to Washington and he's gonna fight for us. I'm standing there thinking to my mind, you dumb motherfucker. You are poor. He's fighting for me.
I'll say this. I'll elaborate it. Rich people, including Trump, wants cheap labor. They don't want to pay for your middle class life because you're expensive. A middle class life is expensive. Okay? They don't want to pay for shit. There's a reason why they would rather pay money to bring the immigrants in. There was a reason why they would rather they would rather fucking do all types of heinous shit to bring us black people in. Okay? Because they don't want to fucking pay you. Why do you think they're getting the AI all up and ready? Because AI is basically, they're trying to make it the new slavery. And then what are you gonna be? The new neo-Luddites? That shit's not gonna go well either. I don't even think AI is gonna go anywhere. That's just me. I fucking hate AI. But aside from that, all I will say is that they will try everything under the sun to not pay you. And I'm just talking to MAGA people. Okay? They don't want to pay for your middle class life, your middle class wife, your middle class kids, your middle class house, your middle class backyard, and your middle class dog that goes bork bork in the back. They don't want to deal with that shit. Okay? They would rather jump off a cliff. They would rather do a lot of things. A lot of horrible things. Well, let's just put it at that. Now, everything has been brought to light. Thank you, God, because that is just how He is. Hey, yo, I'm going to bring it back to light now. I want to see what you will do. And I'm just, we won't disappoint. Okay? Because it comes to a point where we have to do something. We can't let this go under the rug. I In my form of revolution, I like to think of it like this. If we're this technologically, savvy, if we're in this technological age, why can't we just fuck with them with the stocks again? The whole GameStop stocks, fucking with the people's stocks, and oh, you see a hedge fund shorting this company, let's buy up a bunch of that company. I think that was like the funniest revolution. If that was how we're doing revolutions, I would be okay with it because there's not a lot of death. Or you can do another revolution where you could just, which I've heard, is just go back into the forest with technology. Because, like, at this point, the main objective of civilization was to get out of the forest. Now, civilization is getting harder. It's getting harder for you to live versus you being in the motherfucking forest and just thriving. So at that point, I don't know what most people are gonna do, but I know that they're gonna lash out. I know that there's gonna probably be a bunch of National Guards. Fuck, man. They're gonna be all types of military that's trying to like quell the riots as well. Um, but yeah, that's another way you can like do your own pseudo revolution. Because, I think we've been propagandized to think that revolution is just we pick up our guns and we start killing a bunch of people. There's many different revolutions, and some of them are at least better than the others because, to be quite honest, I don't like seeing death. I don't like seeing people die in droves or like seeing people oppress other people, and like I don't like seeing that at all. It it kills my heart. And then you have to think about the war. I mean, shoot, it's costing us a lot already, and we don't even have the ammunition of like missiles and all those types of stuff to even keep doing this. I mean, it gets to a point where you can't just keep throwing money and thinking that it can just increase production. Like because that's not how it works. It's going to take weeks to months and people has to like basically know the blueprint about how to make it and everything and have experience to make it too. Because then at a point you're just launching duds and that's not how you win a war either. I would say our higher ups didn't really anticipate any of this. And if they did, my God, I think like they anticipate that they weren't gonna fully win this war, but I don't think they anticipated that they were gonna lose this badly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they really thought this through at all. And there's like people are talking about the three options. Like, one of the options is putting boots on the ground. The other option, which is the worst, is nukes. And then the I don't remember the other option, but yeah, putting boots on the ground is like the worst idea. It's like I don't know how you can be so stupid to think that you can just put boots on the ground in Iran. Iran is like a fucking fortress, bro. You'll see a mountain, like you'll see a fucking mountain, and then you're just dead. Like someone will snipe you from some fucking place in that mountain and you wouldn't know what the fuck happened. Shit like that happens. I mean, look at Iraq. And then you would also have to think if they're going to do like a draft, which is another bad idea, because then they're going to get Vietnam like flashbacks. I would not blame them. I wouldn't blame them that you took a child, someone's child, and then you just plant them into war. You give them a rifle and you plant them into a war. And it's pretty fucked up. At that point, you're like, yo, if I would like check it, you never even had a drink. Imagine you're like 19 or like 20 and you didn't even get to have your first drink, not even with your own father. And then basically they just take you and just put you in war and give you an M4. That shit is gonna probably change your whole perspective on your country right there. And then you can't like make a lot of friends because my God, you don't know what's gonna happen with them. So because like it's war, it's really war, baby. Like you don't want to do that. A lot of people died and a lot of people got very angry at the Vietnamese people for just defending themselves. So that is one issue. I do believe that they're gonna get a pushback with the draft. I don't even think they're gonna do the draft. I'm gonna be real with you. That is a stupid idea. The fucking boots on the ground is another stupid idea. And then the nuke is just destroy everything. So you have three options that they're probably contemplating that are all basically stupid. So, there's that. And then you have like some Israelis just leaving their whole fucking like homes. They're walking through the mountains. They're fucking getting on airplanes. They're remembering, oh wait, I got dual citizenship. Let's get the fuck out of here. Then you had some Israelis that was dancing in the bunkers, and then the Iranians start launching missiles that can pierce through bunkers, and now they're like, holy shit, oh no, like yo, bro, like man, it's just it kind of gets annoying because like imagine they're doing this all for a religion that is fucked up. Like it, and I don't blame like religion. I blame like fanatics. There's always fanatics. And the fanatics are was usually locked into religion, but I didn't think that like it would get this far. But you will always have people that are fanatics. I would say that they're right now opening their eyes and realizing that this is like a bunch of horse shit. I hope like some of them are realizing like, yo, man, why am I gonna die in Israel? Like why like fuck this place. I don't give a fuck about this land and I hope most Israelis fucking have that thought. But the one thing that's on my mind is where are their bitch ass gonna be going? That's the thing. Where are they gonna go? Because they ain't coming to America. If any of them said that there's Israelis, then man oh man, they would get their fucking teeth kicked out of them. Cause it gets to a point where no one fucks with the Israelis. They have like this Ghislaine Maxwell type of I'm better than you type shit. And that's another thing. These people are like, and I'm just talking about like the ruling class. The ruling class are just a bunch of assholes, bro. They've always been like this. They've always been like this. And a lot of white people would just get to the point where, hey man, I'm white, you're white, you should be on our side. And then the ruling class is like the only color that I fucking understand is the color green for fucking money. What are you? In their mind, they're saying, hey, I own, like, I pseudo own third world countries. Why do you get to procreate? What makes you so special that you get to procreate? The average white person, what makes you so special? Actually, they're saying that for all races. What makes you so special to procreate? If it's not for my business. Like they're getting way out of hand. I think like they think we are there to just procreate just so that they can have new meat for their factories, whether it be Amazon, whether it be, and when I mean by new meat, I mean it figuratively and a little bit literally, because no one, yo man, stop eating McDonald's. The numbers don't even add up. Like you gotta kill like 149,000 cows a day and that's just McDonald's. I'm not talking about Wendy's or motherfucking Burger King or motherfucking like well, I don't even think like Sonic's all over the place either. Um, well, what other burger joint? Because I legit stopped eating burgers. Like there was a point where when you grow in age and you just don't want to fucking eat another burger again. I've ate all of the burgers that I needed to eat when I was like a fucking teenager going through high school and shit. And like Burger King used to be like my go-to. Now it tastes like shit. Then I switched to Wendy's and it used to be my go-to. Now that tastes like shit. And then you damn sure don't want to go to Arby's. Like who the fuck wants to go to Arby's? Like really? Really? You want to go to Arby's, bro? No. Like it's like I'm done with the fast food. I'm done with the Chipotle that's skimming on my chicken or my, and I'm damn sure ain't getting steak. I'm just kind of annoyed at this point where it's, if anything, I would just go and make my own fucking food. At this point, why the fuck not? It actually tastes better to just make your own fucking food. I mean, and if you're like living in the Midwest, you had a Whataburger and In and Out. I mean, I tasted In and Out. In and Out is pretty good. You know, I don't know where they're getting the cows from either. That's another, fast food place. But at least they like with the In and Out, they have that. How do I say it? They had that old style like McDonald's look, like when they were good, like in the beginning, when they really gave a fuck about their burgers. I don't know much about Whataburger because I never had it, but I had In and Out. It was pretty good. But yeah, don't stop eating burgers. Like, come on, man. We've been made fun of being the burger country for far too fucking long. Okay? What other people think of our culture is just, well, mostly like, because black culture, we do shit different, but as for everybody else, it's like burger eating fucking fat asses. And like when you go to different states, well, you will have your fat asses. Like, good God. Like, I don't understand like why there's a lot of people that just don't like to walk, but or ride bicycles, or I mean, shit, man, it boggles my mind too. Actually, another thing that boggles my mind is that we don't have enough transportation. But then it would fuck up the insurance company of the car insurance company. It would fuck up the fucking car lots and all the car businesses, and it would fuck up a lot of shit. But at the same time, less pollution, like less traffic, less a lot of things. So I'm also thinking about that as well. But yeah, my God, we have like all this type of heinous ass people on top. And right now, we're just going through the motion. If I could control people's mind, I would be like, revolt right now. You got to do it right now. It's sooner than later. At the same time, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm going to protect myself if I have to. Just like you need to protect yourself if you have to. But as for me, I'm going into the fucking forest or into the fucking mountain. I don't have to deal with this bullshit. I don't even, fuck this place. Really, fuck this place.